then can you turn that down a bit? Right, so just missed the button there. Sorry, guys. I should have my sound now. It should kick in a second. Habib was just shouting at me, mute, you're on mute. I did hit the button, but it obviously didn't click on properly. So I just wanted to do a card for Georgie. So compassion, Georgie, Kuan Yin. That's divine feminine. That's the lotus flower. So working on that, but that feels like compassion for you. So high expectations, that sort of thing, relaxing that a little bit, any perfectionist tendencies, things like that for you, Georgie. So congrats, there's your little card, and thank you for asking the question. So working on that, and that does come down to our beautiful womb space. You can see Kuan Yin sort of cupping that womb space area there. So maybe sitting on the grass is a good thing for you as well, seeing the tree roots coming out of perineum or roots coming out of perineum into the earth. Will be really good. Now, I will grab my pendulum because I did do some pendulum work last week and that was really great. So, for those of you who weren't here last week, if you have yes or no questions that deserve a yes or no answer or desire, then let me know. And I've got my pendulum and I can whiz through any yes or no questions that you may have. So let me know if you have that. Georgie, that is you done. Wanted a card. Jasmine Louise. Oh, yay. Jasmine, I like your energy. Let me pop in here, Jasmine Louise. Jasmine, let me know if there's anything in particular you need tonight from me. I've just popped your name down. Hello from Tassie. We have Bobby watching from Tassie, Leanne Stevens. Meeting my new partner. I don't know if you remember my reading with you. Yes, I do. Leanne Stevens, time frame if possible, meeting new partner. Leanne, I will have a look at that. Remember that there is a lot of work to be done, generally speaking, with us in terms of when that person comes in. So there will be some contributing factors. So timeline. Let me draw around that. I may even use a pendulum. I may be able to use months, go by months, and figure that out too. Karen, Reimer Lowry, brilliant. So we've got kids cards. So I'm just going to pop Karen down on my list. Karen, Reimer Lowry. As you can see, I do write a lot of names down at the beginning. So it is good to get on here as early as you can. And that gives you the best chance possible. Kids, Karen, I'm going to do kids. Yes, I have got sound sorted now, but thank you, everyone. Melanie, Kiora, I love a friendship card tonight if you're trying. Friendship, oh, that's nice. I don't have friendship decks, but I'm sure I can figure something out around that, Melanie. That's a lovely inquiry request. Something around friendship, hey? Let's see what I'm drawn to around that. Justine, hello, happy Easter. Carmel's after some life purpose there. Good, everyone can hear me. Hooray, Michelle. Now I'm just sort of going down to the bottom now. Stars. Who was that? Karen Reimer sent some stars. Melanie Turner sent some stars. Jasmine Louise. Let me know if there's anything in particular you wanted. Good one, Katrina. Well done. So we got a yes, no. I'll use the pendulum for this. Katrina, will we have a baby naturally? Great question, and I will do that. Baby naturally, yes, no. And I'll use my pendulum. It just allows me to go through them pretty quickly. And I'll just highlight in my special highlighting pen. So then I know I'm going to be doing pendulum for Katrina. So any other yes, no questions that you need answered, let me know. And I'll pop them down on my list. And I will use my pendulum. Dave, yes, you're on my list, my friend. Dave Vesta was after a card. Jasmine, I'm just going to do a card for yourself as well. Melissa Denning, hello, my love. Kim West, hello. Cerise, hello. Holly, yes or no? What's yes, another yes or no question. Fantastic. Will I move this year? Yes or no? So move in 2021. My husband's looking at me around the corner. I've got no idea what he's doing. 2021 move, yes or no? So Holly, I will do that for you. Let's have a look at that for Holly. Okay, now I'm going to get into the readings in 2 seconds because it's good to get it underway, and then I'll just keep checking in. Nikki McAvoy, hello. Meg Deasy, Carol Tui, happy Easter. Do you see me meeting my soulmate, Jackie Wilson, this year? Oh, gorgeous. Good question. Love, let's have a look at love. So that is Jackie Wilson, soulmate this year. So I know you're saying soulmate, Jackie. I'll sort of look around, you know, sort of twin flame, you know, all of that sort of stuff, you know, your perfect person, your person, human, you know, all of that. So we'll look at that. All right, good. So we'll do the love cards now. Relationship, romance angels are actually cool. Nikki McAvoy sent some little love hearts there, which is gorgeous. Karen, do I see a move this year in 2020? Karen, this year is 2021, love. This year or in 2021? I think it might be in 2022. Karen, I'll do a yes, no with my pendulum. Karen, move this year. Move 2021, yes or no. And I'll do pendulum for that as well. I might just hang on to this little highlighter so I don't have to keep opening and closing that drawer. So Karen, I'll use the pendulum. I know you're not a massive fan of the pendulum, but I will do that anyway because that'll give us a little bit of an idea of yes or no. So that'll be good. All right, now coming to the bottom, so I'm not skipping anyone deliberately. Lots of people watching, got 103 watching tonight, so that's wonderful. Thank you everyone for checking in with me. I really appreciate it a lot. So I get to as many people as I possibly can, as always, so I will do my best to get to as many people as possible. Oh, does Ian believe Sharon could... Oh, hang on, this is a long question. Hang on, something's just drawn my attention. Where's my cursor? Okay, question. Christine McAndrew Hagen, yes, no. Does Ian believe Sharon should get the money from super? My brother has passed and had no will. This lady is wanting a share of his super, which has no beneficiaries. Does Ian believe Sharon should get the money from super? All right, so yes, no. I'm going to put this down, Christine McAndrew Hagen. So if I mention your name, look, stay on if you can. Otherwise, watch the video back. You'll be able to watch the video back. Does Ian believe Sharon should get the money from super? That's a long question. Hang on, just bear with me. Get super money. I need to know what the question is so I can ask it accurately later. And I'm just going to highlight that with my little green pen. So we've got a yes or no for that one as well. Good one. All right, we've got some questions to get it started. Thank you so much, everyone. Jane Artuzo, one of my mentorship people. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Now, if I haven't mentioned your name, just copy and paste your comment. Feel free to put it in here again. And I'd love to have a look at what you need me to look at. Diane Egan, fabulous. Diane, that's great. What's going on with volunteering work at the local community centre? What's going on with the volunteering work at the local community centre? I'm not sure, Diane. Let me have a look at that. Diane Egan. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to answer that question. It may require a little bit of in-depth research, which may be more than the time we have allocated, but volunteering work. Let's see what Spirit will give me. Volunteering work, question mark. What is going on with that? Diane, you're on my list. Now, if I mentioned your name, please stick around. I've got a few pendulum questions here, so they'll be pretty quick, yes or no. Jasmine Louise, just going to come to you first. Put baby boy. Nikki McAvoy, seen your comment, question. Nikki McAvoy, daughter, boy or girl? Daughter have a baby boy. Will my daughter have a baby boy? Daughter have boy? Question mark. All right, so yes or no for Nikki as well. So Nikki, you're on my list as well for pendulum. So we'll have a look at that for you. See what my pen is running out of ink. How frustrating. Let's try orange. That might be better. All right, let's go with that for a bit. I need to get some new highlighters. All right, Jasmine. Coming back to you, just going to draw a card. I've got quite a few beautiful people listed on here. So it's good to see everyone on here. Christine, we've got written down. Diane Egan, I've got down here volunteering. Nikki McAvoy's on here as well. Starting with Jasmine Louise at the top. So just going to get into Jasmine Louise. I'll do a little bit of pendulum, a little bit of kids cards, all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be really, really fun. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in on this Monday evening. Employment checks will be fine for the job you said I would get and got. Dave Bester, employment. Let me pop that down. Employment checks. Gosh, poor Jasmine. Jasmine Louise has been waiting on. Dave, thank you for the information. I've just popped that down on my list. Now, Jasmine Louise, just going to come to you for a few cards, and then I'm moving to the rest of the group. So if I've written your name down, please stay tuned. And I do like to get feedback. That's always good for me. Jasmine Louise, just coming to you first this evening. And I do get to as many people as I can, so feel free to copy and paste your comments. I don't want to miss anybody, and I will get to as many as I can. Now, Jasmine Louise, past into now, it's strength. So sometimes we feel like the universe has given us a little bit more than we can handle, or we've bitten off more than we can chew. That's not the case. The universe only gives us what we can handle. So that's strength, and it does build that. So our life experience, those big challenges we've had, makes us super strong. You notice the lions there, that's courage as well. It's a lot of courage, first up. Now, in the present home, and I know a few people are asking about moving and things like that. So home in this respect, Jasmine, I'll have a little look at that, can mean we're moving, someone's moving out, someone's moving in, we're moving house, we're moving location, that sort of thing. If you're in share accommodation, it could be getting a new flatmate, that sort of stuff. So I'll have a look at that. Home is in the present, and moving forward, it's about delegating. So not doing everything yourself, not being the juggler, not trying to keep all the balls in the air at once. It's about asking for help, putting your hand up, being vulnerable. Really important. It's a green Tara. I just want to look at home for you. So we've got strength, we've got delegation, but in the present we've got house. And a few of you are asking about house. Let me just check with my guides here. I want to ask around house for Jasmine Louise. Yeah. Jasmine, the focus here at the moment is around, I feel like, beautifying. So whether it's like the outdoors or landscaping, making it look beautiful, it could be getting ready for sale or something like that as well. But it's like beautification is what I want to say. So really dolling it up. It feels like, spring clean would be great, getting rid of what I don't need anymore. But I even feel like outdoors, really beautifying, could be a fresh coat of paint, something like that. I feel like just making a few changes, brightening it up, and it will lighten your energy. It will make you feel a lot better. But I feel like little things around the house like that. So beautification. Anything else? One of the things I really like for you as well, Jasmine, is a bit of sound. So sound healing, having a bowl, playing a bowl, something like that. But frequency as well. So a bit of sound, vibration healing, really good for you as well. Anything else? Okay, just coming back to this strength one here, I was saying it's, sometimes biting off more than we can chew, that sort of thing. Let me just ask around that. What I want to say with this, Jasmine, is you're often quite strong for others, and I feel like this is a time now to let other people stand up for you, and asking for help if they come forward and they do that, fantastic. If they don't, well, you got to reassess. But it does feel like allowing others to be strong for you. You don't have to be strong for everyone else, if that makes sense. So Jasmine, love to hear feedback if that makes sense for you. Leanne Stevens, new partner, timeline. Leanne, new partner. Let me have a look at the romance angels. Let's have a look. So we'll do past, present, future. We do 3 cards of the romance angels, and we'll have a look at what's going on there, whether they're in the present, future, what is going on. Let's look at timelines around that. Thank you everyone for watching. There is a link in the post if you want to connect with me one-on-one. I do mentorship, oracle card readings, mediumship, connecting to loved ones, things like that. So anything that you need, you can connect with me by clicking the link and book now. Diane, you're on my list, so you don't need to post anymore. I have you on my list. So that is done and dusted. Julie Scott Kelly, mum is back in hospital. Please assign. What is, can I ask what is it trying to be? Julie Scott Kelly, can you just explain? I'm not sure what that means. Please assign. I'm not sure what that means. Mum is back in hospital. If you could just clarify that for me, that would be amazing. Sarah K, yes or no? Good, love that. Sarah K, so that's, is it time to move on? Time to move on, question mark. Let's ask the question. I am curious. Yes or no? Good one. So we'll whiz through a lot of these pendulum ones. That's good. And those of you who need cards, I'll spend a bit more time drawing cards and things like that. Leanne Stevens, after a new partner, timeline, stuff like that. Laura D'Angelo, hello. Would I move, please? A lot of move questions. My wee Scottish Nana. Oh, Claire, I love you. Love you. You're fabulous. We come and go smoothly. This is Scorpion Man worth waiting for. Kelly Simpson, Kelly Walker. Lots of Kellys on here. Can you feel if it was a boy or girl? I spoke before about my daughter losing her baby. Can you feel if it was a boy or a girl? Regan Tina. I don't think I've got you on my list. I'll pop you down. My list is ever growing, as it always does. Regan Tina. Boy or girl, maybe a baby lost. Let me have a look. It'll be a little bit of mediumship with that one. Boy or girl. Okay, I'll probably maybe do some mediumship. I'll just make a little note here of that. I'm really sorry for your daughter's loss, Regan. That is not great, and I really feel for her. Oh, Rebecca, thank you. I was actually thinking about you, Rebecca. Rebecca's watching on my page, Michelle R. Price, the light worker. So if you feel like liking my page, it will be a good idea. We do lots of fun things on there. Okay, so just scrolling down the bottom, I'm not ignoring anybody, but I just need to scroll down so I can start reading again. Now, if you want to copy and paste your comment, feel free. I will try to get to as many people as I can. Leanne Stevens, new partner. Sending all of you love and light tonight too. It's been a little bit heavy for some people. Spiritual people have been struggling a little bit. So sending you all love and light and healing. I hope you feel that. You're in a safe place in this little room here. Leanne Stevens, new partner. Just want to see timeline for that. So let's see where the partner comes up. Let's have a look, Leanne Stevens. So I'm just going to get through a few of these. We'll see what we have left when we do the pendulum work, because I'll be able to get through those pretty quickly. Leanne Stevens, partner, present, what are we looking at? Leanne, what I want to say with you at the moment, it does feel like going through a bit of an awakening. It feels like eye-opening. So whether it's like the dating scene or something like that, it just feels a bit eye-opening. I feel like a bit of an awakening, awareness with you. I'm switching on. So that'll have something to do with this partner. Wow, that's amazing. You asked when they're coming in. Timeline, very soon. Now you can see on the bottom there, it's deciding what you want. So it comes to you now very soon. So that's what I was saying about the work. In terms of timelines, it will require some work from you. So that means all you have to do is make the decision. I definitely want this person to come in. This is what I want, looking at, that specifically so the universe can deliver. Look at that. Amazing. Calling in soulmate. You asked about soulmate, or someone did. Calling in soulmate. So that's making the request. This and this, making the request. So what I want you to do, get your little piece of paper out, write on every second line. Don't write on the back of the page. Thank you in advance and let it go once you put down everything you want in this person, calling in your soulmate. So that's very good confirmation. In the present, this is upside down. And we may have to have some of these deep discussions, heart to hearts. When you meet this person, if it is that soulmate that we're calling in, there will be those very long conversations, feeling that familiar energy, feeling like you know the person and stuff like that. So a few deep and meaningfuls coming. And this is about you. So this is a little bit about the work that you need to do, self-respect. Makes you more attractive. So love yourself first, put yourself first. Okay, so very good confirmation. Let me see if they can give me a timeline, but it will just depend on you doing that work as well. So putting the request out, writing down on the little piece of paper, but I'll give you an indication of what they'll give me. Now, the way that they give it to me is the birds, singing, a lot of flowers, that sort of thing. So it feels sort of like spring for me, the sound. So spring. So September, October, November. I know that's a little ways off, but there's a little bit of work to be done in the meantime. So it's the birds in the background. That's what takes me to spring. When we're one-on-one, as you know, we can do a little more dig deeper and sort of look at timelines a bit deeper. But that's what I'm hearing, so hopefully that works out for you. Now, Karen Reimer Lowry, I'm going to do the kids cards. I'm just looking for them. Here we are. Karen Reimer Lowry. So I'm not sure how many kids you have or the names or anything like that. So I'll just draw generally and see what pops out. I'm actually going to use the animal cards for you, spirit animals. So hopefully the little kitties are there ready to go. These are all developed by doctors, both of my decks for the children. They're the children's spirit animal cards. You can get those from Big W. So it gives a child who may not be able to communicate how they're feeling or what they're feeling or that sort of thing. It gives them a beautiful voice, so they're able to communicate what is going on with them. So it's a really good, Karen Reimer Lowry, beautiful, really great way to have the child communicate and be able to make that clear to you. Oh, Linda, love it. New Zealand, that's supposed to say. Rena, hello, my darling. Hello. Oh, lots of questions about relationships and career and all that sort of stuff. That's fantastic. 9 and 10. 9 and 7 is 16. So 7. And answer your question, Caitlin Holland. The 79, the 7 for me is divine. So Ascended Masters. Someone's just asking about numbers over here. Ascended Masters and 9 is humanitarian. So using the Ascended Masters, your guides, to guide your life purpose, but humanitarian, 7 and 9. So that's literally what they mean in terms of, numerology and spiritual card meanings, number meanings. So hopefully that resonates and fits in with what you're thinking and feeling. Karen Reimer Lowry, just drawing around kids. Now, these are spirit animals. I'm just going to explain to you what the cards mean. I'm not sure which cards or kids I'm reading for specifically, because you've got a couple there from the sound of it. So I'm just going to draw kids cards and see. Hopefully these resonate with your children. 1, 2, and... yes, 3. Good. All right. So, oh, that's nice. Be kind to yourself and others. That's compassion. So that's learning, a child, learning that it feels nice to do nice things for other people and also for yourself. So it's like it's treating others the way you want to be treated. So having a chat to your kids about that, treating others the way that you'd like to be treated. It's a big lesson that's passed into now with your kids. And I'm drawing generally around the children. Now, trust your feelings, horse. So horses react to strong emotions. So when someone who's been through a bit of a strife in their life, had a bit of a troubled upbringing, stuff like that, they go near a horse and the horses can often rear up, they can throw their ears back, make all sorts of signs that they're not happy. So the horses are very emotive. They respond to emotions very strongly. So with the kids, it's about trusting your feeling about something. So if someone tells you something that isn't true, then you have to believe that. You have to go, no, that's not true for me. You know what I mean? So standing up strong and saying, no, that's not my truth. Yeah, so really communicating that to kids, important. Now, moving forward, safe and protected, this relates to generally root chakra. So knowing that, the earth isn't going to fall out from underneath us. If someone changes plans, it's not the end of the world. So really understanding that my home is my home and I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to get kicked out or anything like that. So moving forward, that safety, security, but the root chakra really is important for the kids. So the home, really reassuring them this is your home. Now, raising vibrations, cheer up. The hummingbirds, so they're very, very, very high vibrational animals and move very, very quickly. So the cheer up card is about raising those vibrations, looking on the positive side. The glass is half full as opposed to half empty, stuff like that. Looking on the bright side. So that's your kids generally done overall. But if you do have an individual child watching, let me know their name and age and I can definitely draw specifically around those guys. Melanie Turner was asking about friendship, a friendship card. Melanie, I'm going to do Whispers of Healing for you, love. So that's the watercolor. They're really beautiful, Whispers of Healing. They do tend to be a little around healing, more so. But when you say friendship, I don't actually have anything specifically for friendship, but I feel like Whispers of Healing would be great. So I'm just going to do these ones. Dave, you're on my list. Katrina is up next. So Katrina's asking a pendulum question. Dave Bester wants to know about his employment check. So they're all going to check out. I could probably do a yes or no, Dave, for that. Jackie Wilson wants to know about her soulmate. So we'll have another soulmate inquiry. Karen Baker, Christine McAndrew has a question as well, and that's yes or no. So I've got a few yes or no's, which is great. We'll be able to whiz through some of them. Melanie Turner, just a friendship card. So let me just draw a couple of cards from Melanie, and then I'll come to my little list and see who's on here tonight. So lovely to have you all join me on this Monday evening. A little bit later, we don't have daylight saving anymore, so it's a bit later in Queensland. So lovely to see over 100 people watching at the start. We're down to about 77 at the moment, which is still fabulous. I appreciate every single one of you. Oh, isn't that appropriate? Considering what I was just saying, gratitude. Gratitude is giving gratitude, receiving nice energy back, putting out nice energy, getting nice energy back. So that's wonderful. Hey, good confirmation. That's an 11, which is a master number. So gratitude. Now these are for Melanie Turner. And I just love these. Self-love, Melanie, as well. So that's a 7. Someone asked about the number 7, 79 before. That's a 7, so that's divine, you know, guidance, ascended masters, you know, all that sort of stuff. But past into now, just recognizing it's doing work around that, and I feel like you're already doing it because it's past into now. So working on loving yourself more, putting yourself first, really important. Now, middle of the deck, this is present, is breathe. So you can see we're talking about a mermaid there. It's very appropriate because she obviously breathes a little bit differently. If we're underwater, we have to hold our breath. Yeah. So it's about breathe, coming up for air, essentially, is what I'm talking about here. So it's like you've been under there too long. We need to come up and have a breath. It's like whales. They still have to come up and breathe. So we want you to do that. Come up for air. You've been working very, very hard. Give yourself a little break. 22. So we've got another master number. So these are the only true, where is it? 47, 11, and 22 are the only true master numbers, from what I've been told in numerology. Correct me if I'm wrong. And self-love was just before that, which was the 7. Now moving forward, we've got a choice. We've got a choice to make. We always do. So it's putting yourself back in the power, back in power, I should say, back in the driver's seat. Really, really important to do that. And that's a 12, which is 3, breaks down to a 3, which is great strength. Holy Trinity, pyramids, all of that sort of stuff. We always have choices. You can see she's blowing bubbles there, and there's a lot of little thought bubbles there. So it's like we've got plenty of choices. It's like we're making choices in every moment. And something I say to people when I do readings for them is that we have free will. So when people ask me what people are going to do, if that's husbands, children, whatever it is, it's very hard to predict free will. You can't, because we're making choices all the time. So it's difficult, but lots of choices to make moving forward. So we'll be a bit of sifting, sorting through for yourself, Melanie. Hopefully some of that makes sense for you. Now I'm going to do some pendulum works. Let me just set that up. I'm just going to ask my guide to do that with me. So you can see I'm putting a hand underneath. That gives it a little bit more energy, and I use crystals with a point, because that way the energy is all focusing into the point as opposed to rough crystals. I'm not so much a fan of those, but each to their own. So just going to ask. Beautiful. Just want to connect to my particular guide. Now, Katrina Secri, you're asking about having a baby naturally, yes or no. So just want to ask that question. Katrina Secri, we're going to have a baby, yes or no, naturally. Katrina, I'm getting a yes. Now you can see the pendulum going around. It's quite a strong yes. Sort of middle of the road. It's not super strong. It's pretty good. So yes. It's getting bigger, so that's good. Katrina, so that is a yes. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Dave Bester, will the employment checks all work out? So I'm going to do a yes, no for Dave as well. I'll just sort of sift through some of these ones where I can do a yes, no. So Dave Bester, great. Just wanted to know if our employment checks are all going to check out. And Dave, that is a yes. Hooray. So another yes. Yes is clockwise for me. So another yes for Dave. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm saying thank you to my guide here who's helping me out with this. Jackie Wilson, soulmate. So we're not going to do yes or no. Holly Watson rather. Move in 2021, yes or no. Holly Watson, just want to ask around Holly. We're going to move in 2021, yes or no? 2021, yes or no? Holly, I'm getting a no, hun. So that's going anti-clockwise. Now, you know, you've got to trust your own intuition and stuff like that. But my pendulum is saying no. So a move in 2021, no. And you can see that's quite a big no. Quite a big one. So hopefully that's not too disappointing, but that was a strong no. Thank you so much. I'm just going to come to Jackie. So I've just siphoned through those 3. Hopefully everyone heard that and it makes sense. Jackie Wilson, soulmate, romance. Let me have a look at soulmate again. So back over here with romance cards. Kat, hello. Angel. Oh, beautiful. Another soulmate question. Amazing guys, yes, we'll be right. I've never been wrong. Excellent, thank you, Dave. Twin flame returns soon. Kane Simon, lots of relationship questions, hey? Kane Simon, you've just popped into my vision. Twin flame, return or contact me soon. Oh gosh, yes, twin flames are a tricky one, Kane. They are a tricky one. Oops, I've just lost you. Twin flame, return or contact. Question mark. I may even just do a yes or no for that too, because that would be an easy way to answer that question, won't it? All right, Jackie Wilson, soulmate romance. Let's have a look at that. I'm just going to scroll down. Will my daughter be in my life again? Belinda Jones. That's a good yes or no question too, Belinda. Daughter would be in my life again. Good. Now, I am a medium. I do oracle card readings, so I connect to past over loved ones. I do mentorship, teach Reiki, things like that. Will daughter be in my life again? So if any of those things tickle your fancy, I do a beautiful reading healing combo, which is really nourishing. So we do a reading, get some insight, and then do a healing afterwards. Be in life again. So if any of that tickles your fancy, you may want to click on the link in this post and jump on my page, like my page, and you can certainly PM me, or you can book from that part. You can click book now and check my availability. Whatever you need, I am there. I do a lot of business readings and things, life purpose, spirit guide, angel, all that sort of stuff. So anything that you feel like you need, it's very likely that I can help you with that. Caroline, yes, financial difficulties improve. Caroline Morris, financial situation improve. Now I'll do a yes or no for you as well. Good, and that way I can get through a few more people and get your questions answered, which is good for you. Okay, all right, improve. So we can do yes or no for that. Excellent. All right, Anna Patel, hello. Jackie Wilson, soulmate romance. All right, just going to come to Jackie. So keep posting, feel free. I do close my eyes because I'm clairvoyant, but feel free to keep posting if you feel you would like me to see your name, etc. Lots of soulmate questions tonight. Fabulous. Hope everyone's feeling really, really good. Sarah Louise, hello. Beautiful. Nikki Holton. So good to see everyone. Kerry Addison. Yes. Yes or no? That could be a yes or no, Kerry. Let me put that down. Will I go ahead with course? Thank you. Kerry Addison. I'll put you under the yes or no inquiries, Kerry, and that'll be great. Course, yes or no. Okay, beautiful. So I've got a few pendulum inquiries, which is great. I keep them coming in, and kids, all of that. Now, I'm just going to sneak in and do Jackie Wilson, soulmate romance. Jackie, let me just come into your energy and see what I need to know there. If they land face down, I put them back in the deck, by the way. You see cards flying out, you're like, what is she doing with those cards? I put them back in the deck. I'm just going to move my watch over there so I can see the time. I've got plenty of time on this Monday night. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I appreciate it very much. I said each of you, blessings and light, blessings and light. Okay, so what am I looking at? Jackie Wilson, soulmate. All right, Jackie, just going to draw some cards for you. As always, give me feedback. If I'm on track or off track, let me know. I love to hear what you think. Jackie Wilson. All right, so we're looking at, oh, that's nice, bottom of the deck. Being a bit playful, having a bit of fun. So that's going to help you lighten your energy, yeah, high vibration. Past into now is getting to know each other. So that's a little around dating for me. So getting to know each other, you know, could be speed dating, could be, you know, online, whatever it is, you know, little meetup groups, whatever that is, getting to know each other. So it just feels like socializing, really, putting myself out there a little bit. In the present, it's trust. Trust that that person is out there for you. In the present. So that's an important one right now. Moving forward, that is about being present as well. So being present. So she's smelling the roses there. What smelling the roses does, literally, is put us back into the moment. It brings us back into alignment. So that's why bark flower remedies and things like that, they're very high vibrational, but they're so powerful because they bring us back into the present. So when we're here, it means we're not out in the future, in the past, you know, looking for this person. So it's less control. It is just being in the present, enjoying my life, being out with my friends, hanging out, socializing, just having a really good time. The playfulness, important. So it's about lightening your vibrations, not being so serious about finding, you know, this person, and it's about being present. So not in the past, not in the future, because that's pointless. It is pointless. Jackie, hopefully that makes sense for you. I just got some feedback. So that's a good sign for me. All right, Karen, just going to come to you. Move in 2021, yes or no? So just going to reopen this with my pendulum. Thank you, everyone, for logging on and watching me tonight. I will just run through a few of these pendulum questions, and I'll have another look at my list and see where we're at. I've got plenty of time whizzing through tonight. I'm just going to ask my guide to jump in here and let me know. All right, Karen Baker, yes or no? Are we going to move in 2021? Yes or no? That's hilarious. Karen, I'm going to draw some cards for you just because it's doing an in-between, which is not sure, or I don't know, 2021. So just going to shut that down. One sec. I'm just going to do the goddess guidance. They're good for moves and things like that. Psychic reading's good as well. Do you want to do psychic reading? Goddess guidance should be okay. All right, Karen, just going to use the cards. That happened last time because I know you're a little bit iffy about the pendulums, and we got the I don't know. I remember that from last time. All right, so move in 2021. Let me just draw some cards for you and just see if the moving card is here and what I feel about that. Karen, wherever I go with you, I want to be high. I want to be sort of mountains. I feel like the fresh air is really good. I don't want to be down in the, city, like down at, only on the Goldie, like Southport. I want to be down. I want to be high. I want the hinterland. I want the fresh air, the cool. It's cool. So making sure that wherever we go to, that it still has that same sort of temperature, a little bit cool, a little bit crisp sometimes. The mornings can be a little bit cool, a bit of fog, dew, stuff like that. So what have we got? All right, so that's good. Butterfly passed into now, so being through a bit of a transformation, new life, new beginnings, things changing, things shifting. You're different. So there's something with you that's shifted a little bit different from before. So transformation, butterfly maiden, past into now. In the present, it's leap of faith, love. Now you're asking about moving, and that's taking a risk, doing something a little bit different. So maybe thinking about this in a different light, seeing how we can bring this in. But with you, it's up high. But leap of faith is taking a risk, putting yourself out there a little bit, whether it's, deciding that you actually want to move in with someone else, to save money, something like that, moving to a different location. Now, bodies of water is going with the flow. It's not controlling, as you know, so we want to do a little bit of that. So going with the flow, being around the water, you can see she's quite high up in the mountains there as well. So I know you've got a little creek on your property and you're high up. So it would be good to have something along those lines, and that's moving forward. I'm definitely feeling the same climate. That crisp sort of air is really strong. Now, Aphrodite is in a goddess. It's connecting to divine feminine with you as well. So looking at it from that perspective, Aphrodite in a goddess. So connecting into her. What does she really want? Where does she want to be? Spreading your wings and also doing your spiritual work. And it's so great that you're really getting into that because that's what, the Aphrodite in a goddess really calls for. Honoring your life purpose. That's a big part of this. So, that's what it is. That's what this is, That's transformative. Getting into that spiritual stuff, doing it, actually doing it, because that was a big step for you. That's what this is. See, you've transformed. That's awesome, butterfly maiden. Now, the move isn't sitting here in front of me, but what I said is correct. So as long as I'm in an area where it's nice and crisp, the air's nice and clean, the pendulum gave me an I don't know in terms of a direct yes or no. So hopefully that makes sense. I know that we will have a chat very soon anyway. Christine McAndrew Hagen, does Ian think Sharon should get super money? Now I'm going to use the pendulum again. Okay, so Christine McAndrew Hagen, just want to ask a question about Ian. So let's have a look at that. And I will call Ian in because I know he's passed. So I'll just call Ian in briefly just to do this for me and answer directly. Okay, so just asking a question, does Ian think Sharon should get any super money, yes or no, and just waiting for the answer. Now, it is a no, and that is anti-clockwise for me. So you can see my top hand is very still. The bottom hand, is just supporting the crystal. It's not touching the crystal, but that is a no for me in terms of that question, Christine. So strong. You can see how strong that is, yeah? Big no, okay? So you can see before when I was answering Karen's question, it was just straight up and down. It wasn't really moving much. So that's very interesting. All right, so Diane Egan, volunteering. What's going on with your volunteering work? Just going to switch back to the cards, guys. Volunteering. What do I want to use for volunteering? I might use psychic reading, Diane, or do I want to use life purpose? I'll try these. I'll see if the psychic readings are resonating with you, Diane. But volunteering work is what you're asking about. Karen, glad you can relate. Casey, Emily. Oh, yay. That's awesome. Intense feelings we are feeling could finally be my card to a happy, loving life. Also, money stresses are at a full-time high. That's super interesting. Diane, just wanted to show you this. Diane Egan, volunteering work. So the hands is there. So that can be around healing. It can be around making things. You can see there's a little arty thing up the top there. So hands is doing things. It's physical. So if this is something physical that I'm doing through the volunteering, either the arty stuff, you know, drawing, you know, making things, that sort of thing, crafty, it's hands is number one for me. So I'm just asking our volunteering work, what is going on with that? What do I need to know about Diane Egan and the volunteering work? Diane, all I want to say here is I feel like I'm overanalyzing, or I'm a bit up in my head about this. Let me just see the other cards that come up. I feel like I'm maybe overthinking or something. Whether COVID's having an impact or something, I just wonder if I'm overthinking or taking something personally or something like that. Let's see. All right, so the Phoenix here is in the present. And that is bursting into flames, rising from the ashes. 2 and 7's humanitarian. So in terms of this volunteer work, see if that fits. That's helping, healing, being on the front line, working with people. That. So the hands we had, and we also have the Phoenix. Now, nature is moving forward. So spending time more out there. So, you know, I was saying it's a lot, there's a lot going up in my head. I feel like I'm either overthinking, looking more deeply than I should, or something like that. So see if that resonates with you, but that's about being present as well, not in the future, not in the past, but being right here and now, and knowing that everything is happening for a reason. Life always has my back. So I'm not a victim. No one's doing anything to me. So just knowing that. Now, bottom of the deck is a clarifier, and that's the 3 monkeys. See no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. So sometimes that is not wanting to see something that's right in front of you. So that could be an interesting one, opening up your eyes a little bit, you know, trusting your intuition, but it is really noticing what's around you. Yeah, so not being blind, deaf, or dumb to any of what's going on, and speaking up, being assertive as well. So really opening your eyes and paying attention, if that makes sense. So hopefully that answers your question around the volunteering work. I just don't want to get too much in my head about it, if that makes sense. Nikki McAvoy, now I'm going to do some pendulum work here. Nikki McAvoy, will daughter have a boy? Yes or no? So these are going to be some simple little questions I'm just going to run through with my guide. I'm just bringing my guide back. Okay. Okay, so Nikki McAvoy, daughter have a boy, yes or no? Nikki, I'm getting a yes, whether that's, you know, the next child or the child after, if she's going to have several, but it's saying yes, so strong yes in terms of the boy. Sarah Kay, thank you. Sarah Kay, time to move on, yes or no? So Sarah Kay just wanted a yes or no around time to move on, thank you. So yes or no, Sarah Kay, time to move on. Sarah, I'm getting a yes for you too, my love. So yes, quite a strong yes, a few strong yeses. So that's wonderful. Thank you so much. Regan Tina, boy or girl, after the baby passed away. Now, I'm just going to stop this because I just want to connect to the child. Now, might use spirit animal. Would that be okay? Or fairies? Let's use fairies. Okay, so baby passed away, boy or girl. Let's just ask the question. Just want to know that for Regan, Tina. So that's Nikki, Sarah. I'm just going to look at Regan, Tina. Then I've got Kane, Belinda, Caroline, and Kerry. And we still have plenty of time, guys. So who else is on here? What do you need? What do you need? Thank you, message on Saturday when we all find out. Hooray. That's awesome. Please do. Okay, can I general reading? Did I miss my reading? Had to step away. Karen Rama Lowry, where are you? Where are you? Karen, you did. I've already read for you, I believe. Yes, very early on. Karen, I've already done you, so you're going to have to wait till the end and just watch the video back. So yes, I've already read you before. Oh, Rebecca. Yay, that's awesome. Great question. I love the business questions. Rebecca Ardle, this is really good. Business will grow while I'm living here, or should I move to a different region? Okay, business grow here. Sorry, it's just going to take a little while for me to write all of that down or move somewhere else. Yeah, good question. Business, love business. I do a lot of business readings, so that's awesome. Angela, yeah, love, great. Angela Phillips, I'm going to do a reading. I'll just do some love cards. Romance, let's have a look at that. That's very cool. All right, just flipping my little pad over, and we're going to look at Regan, Tina, boy or girl. Regan, I'm just going to have a look over here and see if I can spot the energy. Regan, it is feeling more masculine, more boy for me. That's just intuitively. I'll see what sort of comes out in the deck. But it is feeling a bit more masculine for me. Let me just see. Yeah, it's looking like the Sun card. The Sun card is green in this deck. So if it doesn't come out, it is the green card. It is feeling more masculine. The Daughter card is a different color, so it is feeling a bit more boy. Look, that's not to suggest, Regan, that that baby won't try to come through again, either way. Now, there's a bit of emotional healing on the bottom, so a bit of healing with your daughter, and that's part and parcel. You can see she's highlighting the heart there, so it's a lot around heart space. So a bit of emotional healing, that obviously takes in the emotional centers, but also heart. Perfect timing on the bottom. So it's, you know, good, you know, that's a positive, and that's about moving forward. So perfect timing. Your wish is granted. What you've asked for is coming true. So that's something, which is good. You know, moving forward, as I said, you know, if the little one hasn't come through this time, they will try again. A lot of the time that's the case. Now you've got the power is there. So I'm feeling boy with that one. So it's potentially that that little boy will try to come through again. But it's about, you know, the power's in your court. You know, there's nothing more for you to do. Let go of control is a good one. But, you know, you've got the power. So it's all positive, all really positive. And emotional healing. So we have to just work through that at the moment. Just wanted to do a bit of cards just to clarify that as well. Regan, I hope your daughter's okay. That's a lot to go through for sure. Kane, I'm just going to come to you, twin flame, returning or making contact. So Kane, Simon, let me just see what comes out of the deck. Hello, Anna. Hello, Moira. Hello. Oh my gosh, Moira's on here. One of my old work colleagues from the Gold Coast. That's awesome. Rebecca, yes, I've got you down. Okay, Kelly, how do I stop the drama? Attract a new future. Wow. That's a good, ooh, spend my life with. Nikki, single mum. Recent miscarriage. Katrina. Gosh, there's a lot of good questions coming through. I'm drawn to all of you. I want to help all of you. Katrina, I've just popped your name down. Recent miscarriage. I can just do a yes, no. Conceive after miscarriage. Let's ask the question. And if I feel the need, I will draw cards as well. Moira, thank you for watching. I can do a card for you if you'd like. Okay, Katrina, yes, I've got you down. Charmaine, hello. Isla, general reading or messages to late mother. Sarah Louise, Anzac cookies, my gosh, that's fabulous. Well, if you are and you can't explain it, generally that would be a yes. That would be a yes. Yeah, beautiful, Rebecca. I'll get an answer for you. Regan, great, you agree, so that's great. Beautiful. Well done, everyone. Some really good questions. I'm drawn to all of you. I want to come to all of you. We're going to get through as many as we can. Still have time. I still have time, and it's good to get the yes, no answers, yeah, because that saves a little bit of time so more people can get their questions answered. Kane Simon, twin flame, return or make contact. Gosh, these twin flame questions, they are tricky. They are tricky, those twin flames. Kane Simon, let's ask twin flame, return or make contact. Let's see what's in here. Now, this will come up in this deck as soulmate because she sort of, Doreen, combines both. So twin flame soulmate, she kind of calls the same thing. So if either of those come up, that's what we're talking about. Now, this is a funny reference. I did have this for a lady the other day, similar. It's the bear. It's very gruff. I feel gruff energy. So if that's the other person, it feels a little gruff. Wow, that's amazing. Amazing. Past into now, a little bit of playfulness. The soulmate card is here. Congratulations. So that's great. So that's playfulness. Now, just have a think about that, because what it actually feels like is a light-hearted energy is better for this relationship in terms of it working. So playfulness, light-hearted, nothing too serious. So just be careful, what you say, what you think, how you act, what your energy is like, all of that sort of stuff. Playfulness is good for the two of you. Now, in the present, that's your soulmate. So confirmation, you talk about twin flame, but Doreen uses soulmate and twin flame. It's all the same thing in this deck. So yes, this is your person in the present. Now, the only thing we have to be aware of moving forward is that. So just be aware, notice the intuition. I know that you aren't in contact at the moment, but moving forward, it does feel like this is definitely your connection, your person. The fact that playfulness is there shows me that potentially we will be back in touch, and it's an opportunity for you to lighten that energy a little bit, lighten the mood. Just be aware of that. Notice your feelings. If something tells you there's something not right, it's probably true. So really get to know each other on the bottom of the deck as well. That's your clarifier. So, that's heart to heart. It does feel like there'll be an opportunity for that to happen. So in terms of your question, I would say yes, because it does feel like that's an opportunity to do that. Okay, so good, positive. I just wanted to do both of those cards because I felt like that was relevant to talk about. Belinda Jones, will my daughter be in life again? Okay, so let's do some pendulum again, switching between that. Will your daughter be in your life again? Just going to connect to my guide again and just bring that energy back in. And I will have a look at your comments and questions in a second. Let me just connect here. Okay, beautiful. Belinda Jones, will my daughter be in my life again is the question I want to ask. Belinda Jones, will her daughter be in her life again? Okay, so Belinda, we are getting a no, and I apologize for that. But again, take it all with a grain of salt. Pendulums can do funny things sometimes. So I'm getting a no at my end. So let me just stop that. Let me just actually, now that that's come up, I might just do fairies for you as well, just to clarify, and just so I feel about this as well. Belinda. So will my daughter be in my life again? Let me just do the fairies. I just want to see what's coming up there as well. Belinda, it is quite a prickly energy, and I feel a little unforgiving. This is daughter. I feel a little unforgiving. I feel quite prickly, and I do feel strong in headspace. That's daughter, strong in headspace. So a lot of thinking, a lot of analysing, something like that, but a lot of head, a lot of thinking, busy mind. Let me just have a look at these. So whether that's someone who's around her, it does feel a little toxic. The energy there could be someone she's around. Okay. Just want to draw some cards as a clarifier, because that's a bit hard to hear, and certainly from my perspective, that is difficult. Now, what we have, a few interesting cards. Autumn is here, so that's fall in America. So a good time. And that may or may not have some relevance to you. So autumn. Now these cards can give us an indication of changes, different things coming. That's past though, so past into now. So have a think about maybe the last time you spoke, because that's past into now. Autumn, that's a little pixie boy there. Now in the present, it's a bit plant-based. I know that's an unusual one to have there, but plant-based, it's about keeping your vibrations nice and high, not letting this get you down. That's really important, keeping your vibrations high. And moving forward, it's letting go. So we get our desired outcome. So if it is contact with your daughter that you really want, you need to let go. Ask spirit for help. Thank you in advance, let it go. Cut cords to that. And that's a little girl in the tree too. So that's quite interesting. Now you've got the power. So it does feel like the ball's in your court. You may not feel like that, but it's you've got the power, the ball's in your court. So it does feel like you can do something here to influence that, even though I got the no. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Hopefully that makes sense for you. Caroline Morris, just want to come to you. Sometimes I will use the cards to clarify too if I get a no where I'm hoping I'm going to get a yes. Caroline Morris, financial situation, is that going to improve? Just want to check that for you. Just making sure that I've got my guide here. Caroline Morris, will my financial situation improve? Caroline, I'm getting a yes. Hooray, it's going the right direction. Hooray, I like to get yeses. That's very, very good, very positive. Caroline, I have a yes for you. Financial situation improved. Yes. Kerry Addison, thank you. Course, yes or no? Kerry Addison, yes or no? Do we do this course or not? Kerry, I'm middle of the road here. I'm undecided. It's straight up and down the middle, which is I do not know. It's undecided. Now, what I want to say with that, I'm just going to put that down for a sec. What I want to say with that is that I really want you to do some good hard thinking about this. I'm just going to grab a particular deck, these ones. I want you to do some good hard thinking about what it is that you are looking at doing and whether that is actually right for you. Because that's the middle of the road. So either you're undecided about it and not totally sure, I've just got life purpose here, or, you know, it's not the right thing, but it's middle of the road. It's not giving me a yes or no with you. Course, let me just ask, I'll just draw some cards from life purpose and just see what pops out there. Thank you everyone for watching. It's so great to see all of you. Eli sending love hearts with his hands. Oh my God, Moira. I might draw a card. Oh yeah, goosebumps. I'm going to draw a card for Eli. Moira, I think mum's around, love. I just got feedback all down my left, which is female energy. Yes, feels like female, so left side of the body. I will do a card for Eli as well, which will be great. So hang on, stay tuned. Now, what am I looking at? Caroline Morris, financial situation improving. Caroline, sensitivity means we're easily triggered, so surrounding yourself with positive people, that sort of thing at the moment. So I just wanted to get a bit more confirmation around this. Nutrition is coming up as well, eating well, keeping your vibrations high. Actually, no, sorry, this is the, what am I talking about? Kerry Addison, course, yes or no? My apologies, Kerry. Notice, sensitivity, reacting, responding to negative energy, staying away from toxic environments, being easily triggered at the moment. Now, that will play a role in life purpose. Nutrition, plant-based, you know, that sort of thing. Looking at how, you know, the food heals the body, you know, things like that. So have a think about that in terms of the course. Does that fit? Okay, so I'm a little indecisive. Healer is on the bottom of the deck, and that's your future card, and that was upside down. So that's a sign that I'm not quite there yet in terms of belief in that I am a healer. So we've got sensitivity, aware that I get easily triggered for whatever reason. We've got nutrition that can relate to health, and healer for you. So if that fits, creative expression is also on the bottom there. That's my clarifier, and that is using that creative energy, painting, drawing, playing music, getting the spiritual energy moving down the left side of my body, really important for you. So if this fits into the course, then we are good. We are good. So have a think about all of that, see if that fits. But we got a yes. We didn't get a yes or a no there. It was sort of in the middle. Will the business grow here or move? Now, Moira, keep Eli on there because I'm going to do a kids card for Eli. Eli, kids card. So I'm going to draw some kids cards for little Eli. Rebecca Ardle, business grow or move. Now, where do I want to go? Business, life purpose, hey, that might be all right. Yeah, let's use those again. Actually, I'm going to do pendulum. Let's ask pendulum, and then I might get some clarification. Rebecca Ardle, I'm going to say McArdle. Rebecca Ardle, so just making sure I've got my guide back here. It is important, guys, when you're doing pendulum work, sometimes people in my group can get answers that aren't correct quite frequently, and you do need to sometimes reconnect and just ask those simple questions again, questions you know the answer to, and reset. So that will happen. So sometimes that can happen to me in readings as well. Rebecca Ardle, business grow here or move? I'm just going to ask the question. Okay, so will the business grow here? Sorry, I asked both questions. Maybe I should ask one at a time. Will the business grow here? I'm getting a no, so let me just stop that. Thank you. Do I need to move for my business to grow? Let me ask the question that way. I did ask two different questions, so that's super confusing. Do I need to move for my business to grow is my question. Yes. Rebecca Ardle, the answer is yes. So if I stay, the business won't grow. If I move, the business will grow. So in answer to your question now, I'm just going to stop there. Great one. Thank you to my wonderful guide who does a fantastic job. He's a Native American Indian, my guide. Angela Phillips, my main one, I should say. Angela Phillips, romance. Just going to do romance for you. Hi, Terry, one of my old schoolmates. Wow, Terry's on here. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for watching. Caroline Morris. No worries at all. Very grateful. Beautiful Sarah or Sarah. Hello. Rebecca Ardle, tricky situation. Yeah. So Rebecca, hopefully that makes sense. It does feel like I do need to move for that to grow. Oh, Donna Smith, good question. Donna, I'm just going to come to you quickly as well. I'm just doing Angela at the moment. I'm coming to Katrina, then Eli with the kids card. Donna Smith, daughter's in New Zealand, depression. Daughter depression, how's she going? All right, I'll feel into her energy and just see. There is a bit going up in her head, Donna Smith. daughter depression. Angela Phillips, romance. Let me know if you have a yes or no, because they're pretty easy for us to sift through. Lee, very original business idea. No idea how to get it rolling. Oh my gosh, that's fabulous. Fabulous. Love the business readings. Great question, Lee. Really, really good. Lee, yes, you need to see me one-on-one. You need to book. Click book now. I'm not telling, honestly. Joking. But yeah, it would be awesome to connect with you. That sounds like a great idea. Do you mind connecting to the right people to make it come into fruition, or go for plan B? Lee Daniels, plan B or connecting to right people? And this is around business idea. Okay, big question, Lee. But yeah, if you do feel to connect one-on-one, that's a really great one for us to have a look at if we don't get everything here tonight. Business idea. Okay, good question. Angela, going to have a look at you for romance. Hi to everyone who's still watching. Yay. It's nice to be on a little bit later, and I feel like a lot of Queenslanders can get involved, which is awesome. Angela Phillips, romance. Let me just shuffle some cards. I'll deal 3 cards for you and just see what we're going with there. Then I've got another pendulum inquiry, I believe. Let's have a look for Angela. Good. All right. Ooh, flirt. Angela, flirt. That's all about sort of dating, having a bit of fun playing the field. So flirtation, PDAs, letting your hair down. Now, oh, new love. So that's nice. Someone coming in. So that's new love. That's passed into now. In the present, it's stay optimistic. Don't lose faith that person is coming. So glass half full, getting ready to receive. You can see she's got her hands up as well. That's receiving, being receptive. And playfulness. We've got flirt and playfulness, Ange. So it's really about light energy with you. Lightening your energy, you know, having fun, laughing, raising vibrations, and that person's coming, which is great. And it's different energy too, because the playfulness, flirting, all of that, new love, it's fun. It's quite innocent. It actually feels quite innocent for me. So yes, we are good, Ange, in terms of romance. Now, Katrina, just going to come to you, just going to ask my guide here. Patricia, thank you for all the beautiful love hearts. Katrina, just going to ask conception after miscarriage. Let me just ask the question for you. I'll just make sure I've got the right connection over here. Perfect. I was just checking that is my guide. So just making sure I'm just resetting because I've been up and down a little bit with this pendulum all night. Okay, thank you. Katrina Ifland, conceiving after miscarriage, yes or no? Katrina, I'm getting a yes. It's a little yes. It's turning into a bigger yes. That's great. Conception after miscarriage, so that's quite a strong yes. So that's great. Don't forget what I said before. Those little souls will sometimes just keep trying until the timing is right. So that's great. Thank you so much for that. My guide does a wonderful job. Now, I'm just going to come to Eli, little Eli there. So let's do these Children's Wellbeing cards. Moira, if you want to see what they are, they're those ones. They're by Dr. Maxine Therese. She's awesome. They give little kids a voice. So these are great for carers, teachers, parents, you know, whoever wants to really get deep into what your kids are going through, find out. It gives the kids a voice. And it's great for non-verbal children as well. That's face down. Great for non-verbal children as well. So, gosh, your mum's definitely around. There's a lot of spirit energy in here. I know Moira, as I said. I used to work with Moira, so we have connected through mum before. Now, Eli, I'm just going to draw some cards for little Eli. Good. Maura, I do feel like Eli's got a bit in common with you. I do feel like the gift of the gab. I feel like I like to chatter. So that's good. Oh, look at that. How funny is that? That's pretty much you, love. I was just talking about that. It's good confirmation. I feel like it's got the gift of the gab. I am valued, and that's speaking up, yeah. And that's pretty much you on stage, Moira, because I know you do a lot of that sort of stuff on, you know, teaching other people to speak up and confidence and all of that. So I feel like another little pea in the pod for you. Similar, very similar. Now, this is great. Very creative energy passed into now, which is also wonderful in the industry that you are in. So that is also to do with, you know, helping out. It's about your creative energy, it's sacral chakra, you know, womb space in women, but that, you know, area under the belly button in the boys. And that's about, you know, just creative energy, really creative, you know, color, drawing, you know, all that sort of stuff, putting in things on paper, really, really good. There's another one here that's more active, but that's not the one we've got at the moment. Now, that's balancing, and that's being able to sort of fit in with others, if that makes sense. It's like a heart chakra card, so relating into heart space, but really being able to balance out with other people, and also observe, you know, observing, fitting in, yeah, fitting in with the crowd, that sort of thing. So that's a really important one at the moment that I'm working on. Now moving forward, that's pure love and compassion and very, very heart space. So big heart space with this little boy, little Eli, very big heart space. But I feel like mum, we have another child who's got the gift of the gab. So look out with that. Look out with that. Hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. Donna Smith, daughter suffering from depression. Just going to come to your daughter now. I might use the fairies, maybe. Let's see. Do they resonate? Fairies. Donna Smith, daughter with depression. Apologies, that is not a fun thing to be going through. Donna Smith, daughter depression. Let me just feel into daughter's energy. Donna, it is a little prickly on one side for me, on my left. It does feel a little unpleasant, the energy around your daughter. So let me just see what's useful here that I can help you with. What could be useful, and I don't know whether you can get much over to her, but it's like a something wart. So it'll be like a supplement. The only thing that's popping into my head is like mugwort, but I'm pretty sure that's from like Harry Potter, so it's not going to be that. But it's something W-O-R-T with wart on the end. Let me just put that down. So W-O-R-T. Just Google and see if there's anything. I mean, mugwort may be a real thing, but it just reminds me of Harry Potter. Now, admitting your true feelings to yourself is what we need to do. So when we are suffering from something like depression, it's about getting down into the nitty gritty, and sometimes we don't want to do that. We've been suppressing feelings, emotions, stuff like that past into now, but that is what we actually need to do here. I do feel like a supplement though to support her. So something ending in wart, if mugwort's a real thing, great, but you know, something ending in wart, it feels like a supplement. So getting down into the nitty gritty. Summer, things are improving. That's the warmer months, and that'll be sort of December, January, February, warmer months, so feeling a little bit better. So when the birds start singing, the sun's shining a lot more. We're getting into winter, so it could be a long winter. Moving forward, marriage. So if she is in a relationship or a marriage, de facto, whatever that may be, we're working on that, or marriage is on the cards. If she's not married at the moment, marriage is on the cards moving forward. Now, getting some exercise, that can also be working through my marriage. If you're in a marriage, working through that, improving that. And getting some exercise. So moving her body, really important. That's pretty obvious, but she may not be doing enough of it. So if you're going through something like this, the best thing you can do is get exercise, move your body, do some star jumps, run. Running's great, but also yin, balancing out with the lighter energies as well. So if you can pass all of that on to her, we are being encouraged to do some of that deep emotional work on ourselves and also get out and do some exercise as well. Okay, Lee Daniels, plan B or connection to right people with our business idea. Let's use life purpose, and then I will be online answering your questions. So if anyone, St. John's wort. Ah, hooray, that makes sense, great. Thank you, that is Sarah. Sarah, you're amazing. Beautiful. I wasn't sure what the wart, the rest of the wart part was, but Donna, if you could pass that on to your daughter, St. John's wort. I know cinnamon's actually really good as well. Cinnamon's great too, for depression. So all natural, but yeah, really supportive. Thank you guys for filling in the gaps for me. Now, if you want to connect with me one-on-one, I would love that. I do readings, healings, combos, you know, all that sort of stuff. I do a lot of business readings, relationships, you know, health, all that stuff. Really great. The link is in the post. Click on that and click book now, and you can check my availability. I'll stay online and answer your questions too if you have any questions. Lee, I'm just going to come to you finally for business idea. Sounds like a great idea. We just need to know if we're going to connect to the right people or not. Right people. Actually, let me just use a pendulum and see if I can get a yes, no for you. So I'll just connect to my guide again for that. Can you see that? I'm not holding it up, am I? All right. Okay, so just want to ask, Lee Daniels, plan B, will we connect to the right people for my business idea? So that's my question first. Lee, I'm getting a yes for that. You can see it moving clockwise direction, so that is a yes. Just to double check, I want to ask about plan B as well. Thank you. Do we need to worry about plan B? Do we need to worry about plan B? Let's just see which way it's going to go. Lee, now it is moving through the center for me, so that's unsure. Now, what's going to be a deciding factor here is your trust and faith that these people will come into your life. So really knowing that it's going to happen, visualizing it, seeing it happen, putting the feelers out, everything that you can do to make this happen. Because when I ask a question about plan B, it's just straight up and down, which is unsure. There's some uncertainty there. So just making sure, thank you, making sure that you are putting all of your faith and trust in this outcome. The right people are there. And if you want to connect one-on-one, I would love to, because this sounds like an awesome idea. I'd love to have a look deeper at that. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the St. John's Wort mention. That's awesome. And I will see you the same time next week. So at 7:15, wherever you are, except if you're overseas, obviously, or in New Zealand or other states, different states. WA is a bit different. But 7:15 in Queensland, and also in the daylight saving regions, depending on where you are in the world, to make it a little less complicated. And I will see you next week. Charmaine, thank you. That's beautiful. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.